Everyone, and I welcome today Srinivas Mekala sir, Abhinan sir, Pradeep sir, Sumit sir. We have support from Kandar Pandya also for live streaming on Facebook, and we have uh, our deans who will be joining sooner or later in case they're available. And I welcome all the students once again to this turning point session today. As you are expecting your placements which are around the corner, and also MSc students post exams, you will be facing interviews. Some of them are appearing in the internship also. Even there sometimes you are expecting interviews. So the session is actually this time set for you all. So it is actually given a well thought from Pradeep sir, and Srinivas sir is there, who is expert in talent acquisition. So I now invite Abhinan sir to open the webinar with his remarks.
Yeah, thank you, Namrata, and good morning to you all. And first of all, I would like to thanks Pradeep ji for inviting Srinivas ji for such an important topic for our students. And students, we are most fortunate to have Srinivas ji here. आप सबको फर्स्ट स्टेप इन द लाइफ इन द कॉर्पोरेट वर्ल्ड जाना है, तो सबसे पहले इंटरव्यू ब्रेक करना है. तो हाउ विल ब्रेक? आपका एटीट्यूड है, आपका ड्रेसअप है, you must take care during the interview, because the first ice breaking is more important for you, and then look at your attitude, that's more important, your technical skills if they are hiring, what all things you must take into account when you go for the interview. And that is utmost an important thing which you must have it in mind. You may not have faced any interview till now, but you must start facing it. The more you face it, you will understand what skills or what answers you are lacking. Sometimes you may lack in some kind of confidence. The confidence can be built up, with some kind of a interview against the mirror. So all those things can be done up. So without wasting the time of yours and of the speaker, I would like Pradeep, and thank you, Srinivas ji.
Thank you.
And we'll also require you to someday come up to our campus and address.
Sure. Definitely. I'll make it.
Thank you.
Thank you, Abhinan sir. Over to Pradeep sir.
Thank you so much, Abhinan sir, for setting a wonderful context for this. And I think we have a very good opportunity for our students to meet up and set this kind of session. I wish I would have also got this opportunity in my college time, when I was supposed to meet the TA head of such a large conglomerate of Cadila Pharma, thousands of crores of organization. His TA head is giving me suggestion and tips, and he is actually telling me how to clear my interviews. Alas, I would have this kind of time in my school days. So guys, you are so lucky to have Mr. Srinivas with you. So if I share my own experience with him, just a phone call I received, I was in my field work. So I ignored it. Second time I got a call, I ignored it. Third time I got a call, I was not able to talk properly because I was in the market time. But that's how the TA team is. They will chase you unless until and it is all in betterment of me. At the time, I may not have thought of the benefits which I am getting right now. So I was working with a very good company, top 4 company of India. I never thought I will change and join the other organization. But thanks to you, sir, I would have missed working in Cadila Pharma if you would have not chased me. So there was
No, organization also require right talent. See, the TA team will be identifying the right talent in the pool. So we'll pick the right talent. So that is the reason now that HR team will follow until unless we got the right fit.
थैंक यू सो मच सर. कई बार हमको खुद का भला समझ में नहीं आता है. सो थैंक यू सो मच फॉर आई विल से फोर्सिंग अस टू सी आवर ओन बेनिफिट. So thank you so much. I am personally obliged to you in that time, because in the COVID time, company took well care of me. So I am a very live example of when in the COVID time, in the most difficult time of a lifetime, I was given an opportunity here, and a support function was given an opportunity and was inducted into the company and taken well care of. I was never having my goosebumps. I was never having that stress. I was never having my sleepless nights. So I am always thankful to you, because sometime I thought कि क्या होगा, मैंने छोड़ दिया है, कोविड टाइम है, मैं कहाँ जाऊंगा, क्या करूंगा, जॉबलेस हो जाऊंगा. But again, hats off to the great place to work, Cadila Pharma.
Yes.
तो मेरे खुद के काफी इमोशंस हैं कैडला के साथ में. पर्सनली भी मैं काफी हद तक जुड़ा हुआ हूँ. सो इसीलिए मेरा इतना कन्विक्शन आता है जब मैं बात करता हूँ. So I will not take much time of yours because this saga always continues. I will not eat up that precious time of the students and Mr. Srinivas here, because he's always on phone. He's always busy. He's the busiest person in the entire Kerala Pharma, let me tell you, with his laptop and his phone. So with this, I thank you so much for all the panelists for coming here. And thank you so much all the students for patient listening. Over to you, Namrata ma'am.
Thank you, Pradeep sir. Always you give, some insight to the speaker's, profile beyond whatever is provided to us. So that actually spices up the entire thing. So that's very actually good idea. And that is why we always, invite you to just, set up the context for that. Now we request one of our students from the student body, Ankit Singh. Ankit, you can unmute yourself and please introduce the speaker of the day.
Yes, ma'am. Am I audible?
Yes, Ankit.
Okay. Good morning, everyone. I am Ankit Singh, a BSc Chemistry third year student at Industrial University. Today, I take privilege to put on record the credentials of today's eminent speaker, Mr. Srinivas Mekala. Sir is an accomplished HR professional and has 16 plus years of progressive experience in managing overall activities with expertise in data acquisition and management, workforce planning, BGV, vendor management, organization structure and development, and people management as well. He has worked with reputed pharma companies such as Biocon, Aurobindo Pharma, Mylan, and Dr. Reddy's Laboratories. And so thank you, sir, for being with us today. Over to you, Namrata ma'am.
Thank you, Ankit. Srinivas sir, the floor is yours.
Yeah. Thank you very much, Pradeep. First of all, it's my privilege to speak to future leaders, future employees of various companies across the globe. I'm not saying in India, because they may be some of the students, now they are students, maybe they be future employees of the well-known organization across the globe. Thanks to Namrata, Dr. Namrata and Abhinandan and Dr. Sumit also. It's a great honor to me to have a discussion, and because I thought of sharing some of my experiences, what kind of experiences I have faced after completion of my graduation to enter into the corporate world, and how corporate world is looking for the prospective employees. I prepared some slides presentation, but most of the things we will have a live examples kind of stuff. Is my screen is visible?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So how to decode the secrets of interview, how to crack the interviews. I think you already got my background. So after completion of any course, any graduation or post-graduation, the main basic motto is to enter into the corporate world. What we have learned in the classroom and how we utilize those skills in the organization, whether it is manufacturing setup, whether it's IT setup, whether it's ITES setup, any industry. So the first basic thing is after completion of any course, and how to enter into the corporate world. See, initial stage, most of the organization used to ask for the biodatas to collect some information of the candidates. See, suppose if I require a type is a stenographer. So organization will look for what kind of qualities we require. So in initial stages, we used to have the biodatas. Then see, after industrialization, everything, most of the organizations are looking for some skilled employees in every industry, every organization. So they are looking for the prospective employees, and we need to marketing our profile. What kind of qualification we have, what kind of qualities we have, what kind of strengths we have. So we need to prepare the basic curriculum with a resume for the first. That is the first step of to enter into any organization. So dozens of individuals are looking for the same kind of role, because today's corporate scenario, there is a competitive world. See, for one job, there are around 10 to 15 candidates are applying. How do you make yourself special to attract the hiring manager or the employer to pick you? See, we need to be special in the crowd, because if you are one of the prospect student or candidate among the crowd, that make any difference, because see, we need to show some specials to attract the hiring managers to enter into the corporate world, because every organization needs people. It is the both win-win situation only. The organization also looking for the candidates and candidates also looking for the jobs. It's a win-win situation always. So first thing of entering into the job market, to create an impressive CV. See, the curriculum vitae resembles the complete details of yours. So you need to give the complete details of your educational qualification, your strengths and your weaknesses, and what kind of achievements you have done so far. Basically, if it is pressures, what kind of projects you have done so far, what could be your learnings, how you can use those classroom experiences and project experience that will help you to implement in the organization or any industry. So that your resume should demonstrate your past success and how to accomplish them. And see, normally most of the people in curriculum vitae, because freshers won't specify all these duties and responsibilities. After having some experience and everything, don't specify all your tasks, all daily routine tasks in your resume. You need to mention only some proper point that impress hiring managers. So the employer has to feel that this candidate or this student will be adding value to the organization, so that we can pick, because he'll be the right fit for the particular position. So we need to highlight in a resume such a way that we need to highlight our strengths and some key challenges what we have faced so far in life. If it is a pressure, so you need to highlight is during his studies, in personal life or something, what kind of challenges he faced and how did he or she achieved, so that you can, if we mention that kind of challenges or the achievement part, if that is, so we need to mention that to relevance to the job, so that they create a good impression about towards the hiring manager and the employers. So basically there are a few types of interviews. Telephonic interview, because of the COVID thing and all, most of the employers are doing virtual interviews, whether it could be MS Teams, Zoom or anything. So we need to ready with the virtual interview mode and telephonic interview, and most of the senior level interview selection will be happening through personal interviews only. And group interviews. See, currently group interviews are not following most of the organizations. So one panel member will be sitting, it's like a group discussion kind of thing, but it is not applicable to most of the organization. Basically for, see, because you are basically from science and engineering backgrounds, see, these people will be going to pharmaceutical industries, chemical industries and ITs and automobile industries. So they basically do the telephonic interview after having the complete details of your profile, then they'll call for the video interview, that is virtual interview. That depends upon the role and availability of both the parties. Then they'll do the personal interview. These are the basically three types of interviews currently we are following, or every organization is following. So what we need to do to attend the interview? How do you crack the job opportunity? We'll discuss and we'll have, I'll quote some live examples also, so that you'll get some familiarity about how to crack the interviews. So first and foremost thing, you should know which company you are applying for, whether it is a pharma company, whether it is IT company, whether it is automobile company or any company, you need to do some research about the company. So basically, you need to understand what kind of company and when they started, what their activities, and where are they present, whether they are in the local players or global players. If it is global players, which are the countries they are operating from, and what kind of growth opportunities are available in the organization. And if we can go through their culture, well, in the website of the every company, they'll mention what kind of opportunities will be there for their employees and how they are treating all the people, so that you'll get some familiarity about the organization, whether you can choose that organization or not. So then, after having the complete research about the organization, you need to analyze the job description, because job description is the basic role document, what kind of role they are offering, whether that role job description is suits for your skill or qualification or your skill set. You need to understand and analyze the job description. Job description basically consists of the basic qualification required for the role, what are the basic roles and responsibilities, and how many people will be there in the team, and which team they need to work, and who are all the supervisor for the role. And so basic details of the job you need to understand. Otherwise, suppose if they are asking for any regulatory affairs, you are applying for one regulatory affairs profile, entry level training position, they'll be requiring MSc chemistry, analytical chemistry, because they may require some analysis part. They need to respond to the queries of the customers in terms of the analytical space. So they basically require MSc analytical chemistry. So you need to understand their qualifications also, then only you should apply. Otherwise, there is a chance of rejections. And in any automobile company, they'll prepare engineering graduates. So you need to see their qualification, what their role, whether you are matching, your profile is matching to their job. You need to see all these things. And basic knowledge about the role. See, so after having the complete understanding of the job description, you'll get some clarity about the organization, then you'll get some clarity about the role. Then the role, after having the complete role description, you'll get a complete understanding of the job. What kind of role do you need to perform if you are selected? So you should be ready, and you should be answer in an interview such a way that you have already done some homework about the company and job description, about the role. That creates a positive image toward the candidate. So in the first instance, you'll get some 50% of marks. So basically, he's very much focused. That gives an impression that he'll be focused, and he has done some basic research about the role, and is clear about what he's going to do once if she joined in the organization. And everything should be in a professional way during the interview. So now it's not like casual in terms of the sitting posture, gesture, then your dressing, your hairstyle, everything should be in a professional way. Otherwise, that creates a negative image. If you are so casual in terms of the dressing and combing of your hair, that kind of impression in the first instance gives a negative impact to the candidate. Even though you are very good at your technical expertise, that you are thinking you are very good in, you can crack the interview, but you wear chapel during the interview and all, you entered into the room without having basic etiquettes. Normally in the classroom also, no, if you are entering into the class, you'll knock the door, can I come, may I come in? So basic things also require and proper sitting in the sense you should be sitting in such a way that not relaxed and not in a tensed manner. You should be sitting properly, and your eye contact should be directly contact with the interviewer's eye contact. That means that gives a positive image that you have a quality of the positive impact, and that gives positive impact, and you have certain abilities. And be willing to fully engage. That means you need to be alert during all the time of the interview. Because sometimes what if it is a panel interview, there are 3 to 4 people will be sitting in the panel and they'll be shooting one question, then another question. There could be a link between one interviewer question with another interviewer question. So they'll try to analyze your skills, whether you are collating all the information or giving the complete answer to them. So you should be always alert and cautious. What if you are not understanding the question, then you can ask them in polite way that, can you repeat it once again? Don't say sorry, pardon me, that kind of normal usage words. You should be always be professional during the interview, and you should be always ask, can I, may I, can you please repeat the what you asked, because I missed. Because otherwise you can also ask, can you elaborate the question once again so that I can able to give such relevant answer. In such a way, you should be alert all the time. If it is 15 minutes interview or half an hour interview, 1 hour interview, you should be ready. You should be alert all the, if it is one of the foremost thing, you should be keep your mobile phone away. If you are entering into the room of the interviewer, you are with the interviewer, you should be completely free with all the things except your job, your role, and your skills. You need to present yourself because you've done so much of study. If it is engineering, 4 years, you've done, you learned so many things. If it is MSc, 2 years, and 3 years for the BSc graduates. During the half an hour interview, half an hour discussion, you should sell yourself to the organization, because basically this is the marketing yourself. You need to marketing yourself in a such a way that the employer should impress in half an hour's time, because you learn for the whole 4 years. You need to capture so many things. You have learned so many things and you have achieved something. You need to capture all the way and you need to collaborate all the things and you need to put it in complete thing in lesser time. And strengths. See, everybody will have the strengths. So you need to highlight those kind of strengths in a such a way that how those strengths will be useful for the organization. Not like I'm, suppose for example, it's not, I'm going to work out for every day. This is not your strength. That is it. That improves your body. That's nowhere related to your skill enhancement, or that's not improves or helps in your job also. So this is a very important point to mention with all the interviewers, especially for the freshers. So employee normally analyze your strengths on the job role and try to understand the challenges you might have faced during the new role, whether you people will be, the candidate will be suitable for the particular location or particular job. We can easily assess based on your strengths. So you should more focus on the highlight your strengths, and those strengths also job. So you can highlight your strengths in your very much in terms of electrical products and systems and the components. So you need to be confident to answer any type of question in terms of related to products or systems or components. If it is science, so if they ask about the molecular formulas, they may ask the bonds and what kind of bond and what could be the reactions. They'll also, if you are thorough with all the reactions, you can quote, I'm very much familiar with Friedel-Crafts reaction, Grignard reaction. So, and one more thing, the formulas and molecular weights, the combination of drugs, if it is relevant to the science graduate, this is applicable to science. If it is computer sciences, they'll also check your ability in terms of the coding part, how you are compatible with all the new programs. Have you done, suppose if you have done any job coding during your graduation in BSc, You can highlight that you already developed one project that would be used in my college days itself. So that kind of things you need to mention so that the employer will be impressed. And also after having this thing, you should be clear that what's your goal. See, getting a job is not a goal. There is not an ultimate goal for any of the people. So employer will always check your clarity of thought, your what would be your aim for the next 2 years or 5 years, what could be your long-term goal. So you should be clear in terms of, see, after getting this particular job, I want to learn so many things during the 1 year of course. After 5 years, I would become, if it is computer science software professional, I would be a team leader, then the project leader. Be after 5 years, I should be see myself in project leader, and I handle multiple projects. If it is like it is related to chemical engineering, so there are few functions basically looking for chemical engineers are the manufacturing, cost improvement, cost cutting and process improvement, technology transfer, those kind of stuff. So once they are entering into this particular profession, they need to set up their goals before coming to interview itself. You need, after having this understanding of the job description, the company, and you got already the basic knowledge about the role. What could be the next level? What could initially get some little role? You'll be then they'll be adding some more tasks based on their efficiency after getting some this thing. Then, if you have any questions, you should ask during the particular interview itself. You need to clarify about the anything that is maybe there in your mind without having any hesitation to the employer, because they'll give some time after having the complete discussion about your skills and strengths and everything. You should clarify your doubts then and there. Otherwise, not having, see, suppose if you are already selected, you got some job offer also, but after getting the job offer, you got some queries about the job itself. Then that creates a negative impact to the candidates, because every employer, every hiring manager, every interviewer will give some maybe 5 minutes time based on the your things to ask. If you want to clarify anything, you should not hesitate to ask and clarify those questions with the hiring managers or the interview panel members. And you should always show gratitude towards the interviewers. You should, after having the, if it is positive or negative, if you feel that I am not done interview better, why should I show my gratitude with hiring managers or these interview panel members? That's not correct. So you need to show your gratitude with all the panel members. If it is one panel member, yes, you need to politely say that thanks for the opportunities and thanks for your time. And you can also ask them, is there anything that you need to develop for getting develop your skills or for getting skills? For suggestions, ask for the suggestions. These are the basic things that will be required to crack the job interview. As I told you, the research is always the first step after accepting an interview call, because every employer will expect, yeah, they've done some basic research about the organization that gives a positive impact.
I'm sorry to interrupt, sir. Your voice is cracking.
So one more thing.
Sir, am I audible?
Now
Your
it is
voice
audible?
is cracking. Yeah, now it is audible. Actually, a lot of, voice clarity has been compromised. So I was just, wondering. Okay, sir, please continue, sir. Yeah.
Okay. See, most of the
It seems we have lost connection with Srinivas sir.
Yeah, probably sir is.
Just am I audible?
Yes, sir, but then with
Hello.
the voice is little hazy and
Just a minute. Just a minute.
because being an important session, students are also waiting. So we thought, to interrupt you, saying that the clarity of voice is getting compromised. That is why. Yes, sir, you can unmute yourself, sir. Srinivas sir, yes, sir.
So now it's clear, right? Yeah. Can I repeat the same thing? Have I lost
No,
this?
slightly, sir. No, sir, slightly. I mean, you can go back and then come forward. But again, it is showing the same message that network bandwidth is low.
No.
Sir, we are not able to hear you, sir.
Let me just go and check with that. Just that.
Dr. Namrata?
Yes, sir. Now you are absolutely clear, sir.
Sorry. There is some network issue maybe.
Yeah, now it's absolutely fine, sir. Absolutely fine. Picture clarity and voice is both very clear, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir, please. Yeah.
Yeah. So as I told you in 5 minutes back, you need to conduct company research. That is the first step after accepting an interview call. Because see, after having your resume, hiring managers or recruiters will contact with you for the opportunities. Then they'll send you the letter. If it is campus interview, then our placement coordinator will give you the details. You need to do the basic research about the organization. Then employee feels that, they have done certain basic research. They know about the company. And in between, most of the hiring managers will ask, what do you know about our company? Can you brief me about what do you know? And what do you hear from anyone? And have you done any research in the net? What made you to work in this organization? Because we have so many organizations available in the entire globe. What made, for example, if it is Cadila Pharmaceutical, you are applying for the Cadila Pharmaceutical campus interviews. You have other companies also visited during the particular time. What made you to attend interview for the Cadila Pharmaceutical? That gives some impact to the hiring managers and employer for the selection process. Why Cadila? Why not other companies? You should be ready with your answers. If it is Google, you need to do some research about the Google organization. If it is automobile company, you need to do certain research about the organization. You should know some basic things: when they have started, where they are operating from, what kind of facilities available, basic things. And the job description. This is the basic thing to understand the complete job of anybody, any candidate. So that you can have any certain questions also about the job description. You can ask the interviewers or hiring managers during the interview itself. You can completely understand what are the job responsibilities and roles for the interview, for the particular job role. So that we can easily explain how you will be able to fit that kind of a role. please prepare the basic and professional questions. So, and everybody is prepared curriculum vitae, the resume or biodata that gives some details about yourself to understand whether you will be fit for the role or the particular job or organization. If they ask anything about yourself, then don't memorize your CV. What you do, you should not talk about in line by line that you mentioned in the resume, because we already shared the resume with the hiring manager. They already know your basic details. You should start with your achievements and learnings during your 4 years or 3 years and challenges. You always quote the live example. Suppose during, as I already told, one the code or programming experience, or if it is related to automobile, the mechanical engineer or automobile, see, they are applying for the automobile jobs. They need to specify their strength. They have done some, they designed some machine or any car with lesser fuel consumption during the project. You need to highlight those kind of projects during the interview so that they'll give positive impact to the hiring managers for selection. And don't give one word answers in your strengths. I'm very good at designing. I'm very good at coding. I'm very good at creating new programs. Don't give such type of answers in the during the interview. You should always give elaborative explanation in terms of the strengths as well as weaknesses also, with some live examples. If you are very good at typing, very fast at typing, that is helpful for the fast typing in during the preparing any computer program. So you need to give such kind of examples in such a way that those I already done my initial typing course and all, I can do very fast typing so that I can reduce times during the completion of any projects, anything, or for having typing thing and all, the computer laptop. You can elaborate those kind of strengths that will relate to your job. And you also mention your weaknesses. Weakness in the sense, not personal weaknesses. So, and one more thing, you should always remember that weakness should not impact your role. Suppose your job location is around 40 kilometers from your work home, house or place where you are staying. You need to travel daily for around the 40 kilometers. Up and down is 80 kilometers. And you'll be using company vehicle and other thing. You should not tell that I don't like traveling, because if I travel more than 30 minutes or something, that will create I'll get some vomiting sensation. I'll create some health issues. In that instance itself, the hiring manager will reject the candidature. Don't tell that kind of a weaknesses. Suppose if you can also quote some live example that you cannot control your anger if somebody says lie to me, but that is not affect any your job role or any relationship. The only thing is we need to highlight that no, I don't like telling lies or hiding things, because you can relate to that with your job performance. Suppose if they are working in a team, if they need to work as a team, 4 members team, somebody they are collectively and work collectively has to work in collaborative manner. If somebody is hiding something that will impact the entire project, you need to tell hiring managers and interviewers saying that no, I don't like lies. That also that impacts our efficiency and teamwork, so that they'll impress that okay, you don't like lies, so you'll be always open. You'll expect openness and don't tell I don't like that particular place, this place, and don't criticize anyone during the interview. I don't like this bill, and don't if you are there bringing anything, and don't quote any personal things also with these people in terms of the relatives or something. I don't like that kind of thing, and don't give any negative uh, details about anything. Suppose you already have some experience after having you worked for around 1 year or 2 years, then you applied for one more job. Don't give negative comments on your previous employers. That creates, see, you're working in worked for one company for 1 year or 2 years. After leaving that company, you're given the negative comments. The interviewer will think that after selecting, you will also work for 2 to 3 years. If you are leaving this company, you will also maybe tell other people that this is a very bad company. Don't tell such kind of a comments with the interviewers or hiring managers. And you should be always honest and polite. And if you are having any gaps in terms of your education or any employment, you should be very honest, and you should always inform that the gap because I have some backlogs during that time, and because of my financial conditions, I've taken a break for 1 year of study. You should openly inform with the hiring managers and interviewers. You should be always honest. Don't hide anything. That creates a negative impact rather than the positive impact. These are basic tips for the freshers, how we are there preparing for the interview, because this the gives 70% of impact for to the hiring managers. I hope you are all are fresher. They are currently doing final year, final semester of your studies. It's very useful. So employer will ask about yourself. So yourself in the sense, don't say my name is this and that. You need to explain your introduction in such a way that you've done masters in chemistry with, I'm having these kind of qualities. I'm very good at chemistry, and I'm very good at organic chemistry, or I'm very good in analytical chemistry. I've done some analysis part. I worked for various projects in my collaboration projects with one pharmaceutical company, and these outputs, that kind of qualities you need to inform the hiring managers. That is the self-introduction. That will gives about your complete details, the skills, whether your skills will be fulfilling their organization requirement or not. That initial stage itself, the hiring manager interviewer will come to know this guy, this girl will suitable for the particular role because they are having the skills that will help her. And talk about your educational background. Don't talk about I have done this after not I'm done +2 here. After that, I have joined there. I have written one entrance exam. Then I appeared for this thing, and I appeared for so many entrance examinations. I not got any other thing. Then I joined here. Don't tell that kind of stories to the that kind of detailed introduction or details with the hiring managers or interviewers. You should always highlight your highest educational background and what you have done during that learnings and experiences and achievements and projects. Most of the people will do the projects after final semester. You need to highlight those project details with the hiring managers. What do you learn? What is your findings? Have you given any suggestions to the current organization where you have done the projects? Whether you should always check with the project guide whether those findings are useful to the organization or your career. You should highlight those kind of achievements with the hiring managers, and then you can provide your complete information of the family members. The family members details is restricted with your family, mother, father, and your siblings, and what their basic qualification, what will your father will do. And don't give any detailed elaborative information about the entire family. I have a grandmother, I have a grandfather, they'll be staying at my other places. So my father is here, and we have one brother of my father is staying that other places. Don't give the such kind of information, unnecessary information to the hiring manager. Just give the point blank information that is restricted to your family, your own family itself, mother, father, and the siblings. If you can also, if you want to highlight any other family members or friends, those their influence motivated to join this particular job or this particular role, application of this particular role, you can also mention. So I have a family member, I got motivated, is my role model. If other than your family members, if you are having any other role model, you can highlight those role models and what takeaways you have taken from that particular role, your family role model to get these entering into the graduation or
Sir,
post.
may I say something?
Hello.
Sir, may I say something?
Yeah.
आप जो बोल रहे हैं मेरे को इमीडिएटली 2-3 चीजें याद आई. So can I share?
Yes, yes, please.
सर जैसे ये हॉबीज वाला आपने बोला कि वो हॉबी कैसे जॉब से रिलेटेड है.
See.
तो मेरे को किसी ने कुछ पूछा था, सो इमीडिएटली आई कुड रिकॉल कि वो जॉब, अगर मेरी कोई हॉबी है, फॉर एग्जांपल मेरे को बहुत बाहर घूमना पसंद है या वो पसंद है, तो शायद एक फील्ड जॉब मेरे लिए अच्छी रहेगी. सो इस तरह से मतलब ये मेरे को थोड़ा मौका भी मिलता है कि मेरे को क्या हाईलाइट करना है सीवी में. तो मेरी वो हॉबी से उस जॉब में कुछ इम्पैक्ट होने वाला है क्या? ऐसा ना हो कि वो हॉबी मेरे जॉब के लिए डेट्रीमेंटल हो. मेरे को वीडियो गेम खेलने का बहुत शौक है, लेकिन मैं फील्ड जॉब पकड़ रहा हूँ, तो क्या मैं कर पाऊंगा? So that is detrimental. मतलब it can reflect, it can impact, it can have a rather negative impact on this thing. So
no, not always.
Ji.
See, as you rightly quoted, if you like traveling, okay, so you are more fond of visiting so many places and meeting new people. So basically, marketing people require this kind of quality. So they need to meet so many people, they need to convince people, they need to travel, they need to visit. So some of the hobbies will relate to the job. See, that gives to the employer to gauge about your personality and your energy level. Necessarily not related to the job, but they can assess your personality and energy level, how you're fit into what kind of current roles. And so if somebody says, I love to gambling, I love to play cards, that gives a negative impact, that bad impression. Somebody says, I love to draw pictures, drawing, that is the additional skills. You can talk about those kind of skills, and I like to travel and I like to explore new places. Not necessarily that will relate to the job itself. Suppose if anybody is saying that no, in my leisure time, I am doing something, and my hobby is to collect the necessary information about the various countries to understand the economics. That always gives positive impact. And reading newspaper also gives a positive impact. I'll daily read the newspaper, so that I'll get so many things day to day. What is happening in and around the world and economics. That also gives the positive impact.
But sir, एक चीज इसमें ये भी है कि it should not be artificial, or I should not be manipulative. कि I should be idealistic. Yeah.
Yes, we should be honest and humble every time. If we are giving the false information, the interviewer 100% came to know that yes, he's lying, he's bluffing. Don't play bush around don't play anything. You should be honest, you should be polite, you should be open. And hobby is not necessarily related to your job role also. The only thing, the job thing, the interviewer assess the strengths, that's it. And suppose if you are traveling is more interesting to you and photography is more interesting to you, this is one of the hobbies. So that also gives how you are managing your professional life. How will you manage your professional life with personal life? Because work-life balance is at the end of the day, work-life balance is very important. That also gives, so after work hours, maybe he'll do some other things. So he'll like photography, he'll like drawing, he also paints something. So he'll balance his life so that he'll not be distracted or demotivated with the work. So that gives a positive impact to the hiring managers.
And so similarly, if I talk of, I am into training. So standing on feet, or sense of humor, or have a means having a inclination towards everyone, meeting new people. Right? It's, if it is my hobby, it is always going to add up to my resume.
Correct.
Yeah. If I say I'm very shy and I want to become a trainer, so may not, right.
So you need to market yourself that why should the hiring manager hire you or employer hire you? You should sell yourself such a way that you already learned these many things. Those skills will be utilized during my new role in the organization, and I'll give my best in terms of my deliveries part, what I've learned so far in the classroom. You need to highlight those strengths, and so that they can see, oh, this is a prospective candidate. They definitely add value to the organization, definitely be an asset to the organization. Not now, maybe after having some guidance, you definitely learn so many things. And you should be ready for the multiple roles. Suppose if you are interviewing for the quality control, MSc Chemistry quality control, your qualification is quality control. There are few verticals, few subdivisions in the quality control. There is a stability studies, there is analytical part, there is in process. You should be open for all the roles what initially employer is offering you. If you have done some analytical chemistry, you'll be strong in analysis part, but you should be ready with the other parts of the chemistry also.
Okay. After you finish your stuff.
Yeah.
No,
Sorry. So you should be ready, and you should give an impression that you will be the asset to an organization. That is the reason then they feel that yes, he is the right candidate, he is the right candidate, so that I can hire you. After having this introduction part and their strengths and weaknesses part and their technical ability things, the next comes for the salary part.
Yeah.
Salary is the base. See, everybody's work for the money only. Ultimately, our goal is to get good amount of salaries. On end of the day, on end of the month, we'll wait for the salary. So don't ask. See, but you should be ready with some salary benchmarking. What are the company standards? You should know how BScs will paid in organization, how MScs will paid in the organization, how BTech graduates will paid in the organization, and that also different from the different sectors. Automobile will pay some such kind of salary for engineering. IT companies will pay something, and manufacturing companies will something. So you should know what salary ranges for the salary pressures. We don't have any scope to ask. I need this much of salary. They already have a certain bands for the already salary for the pressures. But you should know whether I will be paid as per the industry standards. Am I paying less? You should know that kind of research. That's it. And if you are not quoting anything, you don't know anything about the salary, then you'll be landed up in blank. Then you can also do one more thing. You can inform them that it's as per the normal industry standards, and you should always give the scope for the negotiation at the time of final offer letter. If it is some experiences there, you should always give some scope for the negotiation. If you're expecting some 10 lakhs, you're already having 5 years of experience, you joined as a trainee in one organization, then you moved to, you got around 10 years of experience. You moved around 15 lakhs salary after 10 years, and you're looking for another opportunity. At the time of final negotiation, after having the complete discussion with all the hiring managers, you set some expectations. I need something, this maybe 20% or 30%, but I'm not strict to 30%. You should always give a room for the negotiation. That gives that, oh, he not only works for salary, he works also for the role. Don't give an impression that he'll only work for the salary, but not for the role, not for the good opportunity, and not for the challenge, good companies. So define your goals also. As I told you earlier, you should plan yourself after 1 year. This is I need to accomplish this kind of goals in the organization. I should learn these things. After 5 years, I should be at a particular position. After having 10 years of experience and these kind of experience, industry exposure, I should be there in the particular levels. So you should set short-term as well as the long-term goals. That gives, oh, this candidate is a complete understanding of this, is having the clarity of thoughts. He know what he want to become in future. He's not looking for an immediate opportunity. He's having long-term vision. Most of the organizations will prefer that kind of a candidates only. Where they're having clear-cut goals and expectations for life. And then you need to also mention, if you are informed about the goal, you should always inform them the plan and the paths to achieve that kind of goals. So if you need to develop your particular skills to reach the particular level, you need to learn so many things. I learn these courses, I learn these things to achieve that particular thing. After having 5 years or 6 years, you should know how to manage a team, so management skills, team management skills, that kind of stuff you should learn. And you always ask about your career goal. See, freshers basically don't ask anything about their career progression. You should be clear about, you already told your goal with the hiring manager. You should also ask them that, if I want to become a manager in 10 years, what kind of career progression that Cadilla will give? What kind of a Cadilla, other automobile company will give? So after 1 year, where I would be there? What kind of new jobs will be added to my role? What kind of learnings will be there? Those kind of works, questions you need to ask during the interview itself. And if you want to suggest any new ideas also, then you can share those ideas. If it is irrespective of whether it is relevant to that particular job or not, you can always give some ideas. Lastly, to concluding the entry process, you should always show gratitude. Thank you for the valuable time. It doesn't matter. I already told you, if interview goes well or not, you should always be polite that thanks for your time. And you should also check during the introduction itself. You can remember the hiring manager names also, so that at the time of leaving, you can say thanks to Pradeep, thanks to Srinivas sir, thanks to Dr. Namrata ji. So you can also quote such kind of thing that gives good impact. That means you are thorough and your attention is very good. See, as I told you earlier, organization needs right people for their right job. You are also looking for the one job. This is the win-win situation. Organization will benefit hiring a right candidate, and the candidates also benefit for the getting a job. So you should be completely prepared and be professional, and you should always engage the conversation. Don't pass, don't murmuring kind of thing. You should come clear and communicate properly. If you know, yes, you can say yes, and you can start the conversation. If you don't know, then you can leave the question also. If they ask anything about the global economic scenario and all, it's an example. You don't know, you can also say that no, I don't have much knowledge in the economics. I'll be good in these areas. Then they can move to the other areas. That will give significantly improves your possibilities of selection. These are the basic things that we need to do during the interview process. Be punctual. You should always be in time. Normally, if your hiring manager gives around time of 10 a.m. in the morning, you should be ready by 9:30 at the venue. You should always do some research, because because currently we are having the GPS and everything. We should know exact location and what time we can reach and what is the travel time with the lesser traffic and with traffic. And if you are traveling by your own vehicle, where I need to park my car or park my vehicle, You should know, always think that, otherwise, that will take your time. Don't hurry in entering into the interview room. You should be relaxed. You should be calm. You should be focused. The only aim is you need to crack the job. You need to get into the organization. That is the only aim. Other than that, nothing is there in your mind. And you should always dress properly. Try to wear formal. Don't wear any t-shirts during the interview. That gives negative impact. And you should wear always good shoes and don't wear any chappals during the interviews. And you always greet all the people while you're entering into the organization. You'll get security personnel. You should be politely inform them that you came for the interview and you wanted to meet these kind of people, this person. Then you can enter into the reception. You should always be polite. I came to meet these people. Then see why we should polite always, that the receptionist will also check about how you react. Then they'll also ask about the feedback of the interview, how you have faced, how was your time, how was your interaction with all the process, how do you like the our hiring managers. They'll ask some of the question. So you should be polite in terms of the replying with the receptionist also. I told you, you should be very particular about the eye contact and good posture and firm handshake. Handshake should be very firm. You should be confident. Your confidence levels will be came to know by your handshake itself. And you should always be smiley in your face while you're greeting with all the entry panel members. Don't be hurried and don't use the grammar word. Don't say yeah, yes. Don't say like the punctuate sentences. Please always use complete English. Those are acceptable, understandable. And don't use SMS language during the interviews. So you should be professional during all the time of the interview. Don't sit casually and so relaxed. That gives a negative impact that you're not particular about the job. You just came for how I'm performing the interview. That gives a bad image that the interviewer may think that no, he's insulting me. He wanted to test my interviewing skills. That gives another negative impacts. Don't make any excuses. See, whatever you're saying during the interview time, that is your own experience. That's what I said. Don't quote any wrong examples in terms of your highlighting your strengths or weaknesses. Take your own experiences, examples, and you should develop a story. Don't make any negative comments about anybody or any previous managers or previous people. And don't also give you'll only work for the salary and you'll be only coming for attending the job only for salary, not for the role. That means you're only interested in money, you don't have any career ambition and you don't have any goals. So don't give any impression that yes, I can take this interview, I know everything. I'll definitely maybe give a positive impact about all the. Don't show your attitude in front of the interviewers, hiring managers, and don't try to avoid the cell phone during the interview. If it is there, just put it in silent mode. Don't take any calls. Don't put it in the ring all the time during the interviews. So that's all for my session. So if you have anybody has any questions, I'm open to answer those.
Sir, I had one question.
For some questions.
I had one question on behalf of this.
Please, Dr. Bharti, your turn first.
Yeah.
Bharti madam is our, for Srinivas sir, Bharti madam is our Dean School of Science, and we are also connected with and we are also connected with Dr. Amish Vyas, who is Dean School of Engineering. So we are privileged that we are connected with our deans also, and this shows our integrity and our interest towards this kind of sessions where Cadila hosts and the deans also attend that, so that the entire message goes down to the students very well, that yes, we all are one when it comes to these kind of sessions. Thank you, sir. Over to Bharti madam.
Sir, first of all, I'm very sorry because we were busy in a meeting and we joined this your talk very late. But one question I had regarding from the side of the students, okay, the student is appearing for an interview in a corporate. He's very good at subjective knowledge, but he's able to make the panel members understand what he wants to convey. Matlab, he can speak in English, he is able to convey, but he's not that fluent in English. Does it make a negative impact?
No, see, if he's clear about what he's saying, is point to the question, that doesn't make any impact for the pressures. If it is not relevant to the, if it is relevant related to marketing, that kind of thing, where communication skills are very much required, that impacts. If it is technical in pharmaceutical organization, see, the message should be reached to the interview panel members in whatever way, whether he is properly communicating or not, but the message should goes to the interview panel member. That doesn't make any impact for the freshers as well.
Okay, because this is a difficulty which our students are facing. Yeah.
Most of the students, younger generation, will be facing this kind of. But for the pharmaceutical and other, except this communication related marketing job, that doesn't impact anything.
Okay, okay, thank you.
Confidence levels of the students, how he is expressing his thoughts.
भारती मैडम एक चीज मैं बोलना चाहता हूँ, आई लाइक टू से जस्ट वन थिंग. मैं भयंकर हिंदी मीडियम में पढ़ा हूँ. भयंकर मतलब देयर वाज अ ऑफेंस इन स्पीकिंग इंग्लिश. If you speak English, you will be punished. So apart from the session of English, matlab the class of English, you cannot speak any word of English. It was a serious offense. So आप कौन सी कक्षा में पढ़ते हो? दशम. हमारे यहाँ प्रेजेंस नहीं होता था, हमारे यहाँ उपस्थिति होती थी. तो हम उस जगह के पड़े हुए हैं. तो इट इज नॉट दी एनीवन की ऐसा कोई हेजिटेशन नहीं है, कोई भी सीख सकता है, लेकिन अगर सीखेंगे तो अच्छा रहेगा. एज श्रीनिवास जी हैज सेड, शुरुआत में शायद हिंड्रेंस नहीं आएगा, आपका हो जाएगा. वंस योर थॉट क्लैरिटी इज देयर, एवरीथिंग इज देयर. बट इफ यू वांट टू ग्रो अप इन अ लैडर and you want a pan India kind of person, because Tamil Nadu and various part of country, Hindi is not spoken and they don't understand also. So in that situation, if you are supposed to grab, कोशिश करना है, पढ़ना है, तैयारी करनी है, इंग्लिश मजबूत करना है. अगर हम हिंदी में कुशल हो सकते हैं तो इंग्लिश में भी मास्टरी हासिल की जा सकती है. कोई भी लैंग्वेज हम चाहे तो सीख सकते हैं. बट मैं हमेशा बोलता हूँ सीखो सीखो सीखो. इंग्लिश पेपर पढ़ो, आप इंग्लिश टॉक्स देखो, इंग्लिश न्यूज सुनो. इंग्लिश में थॉट प्रोसेस जिस दिन हो जाएगा उस दिन इंग्लिश अच्छी हो जाएगी.
It takes a bit of a time.
बट करना पड़ेगा, करना चाहिए.
पड़ेगा. That's very right.
मतलब that is added advantage. कई बार लोग होता है कि वो बोलने में इतने कुशल होते हैं कि बहुत हाई लेवल पे पहुंच जाते हैं. फिर उस समय थोड़ा दुख होता है, यार मैं भी अगर एक कर लेता तो आज मैं शायद, मेरे को रिग्रेट नहीं होता इस बात का, मेरे को इस बात का अफसोस नहीं होता. तो भाषा में कमांड हर चीज में जरूरी है. चाहे वो हिंदी हो, चाहे इंग्लिश हो, या कोई भी लैंग्वेज हो. लेकिन अगर इंग्लिश में, क्योंकि अभी वो हमको सच्चाई स्वीकारनी पड़ेगी, हम भी विश्व हिंदी दिवस मनाते हैं, लेकिन जब इंग्लिश आनी है तो आनी है.
No, but my only worry was, does it make a negative?
शुरुआत में शायद नहीं होगा, बट जितना जल्दी सीखेंगे उतना अच्छा रहेगा.
Yeah, okay.
That's what.
Pradeep, I have thought which I must discuss with you.
Please, sir.
Yeah. कि आज वर्ल्ड में एक कम्युनिटी है इंग्लिश नहीं जानती है और वर्ल्ड उसको फॉलो करता है, which is Japanese.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
And they are good because their subject matter knowledge is too good.
Yes.
वर्ल्ड को उसको फॉलो करना पड़ता है because they are innovating. Correct. Their subject matter is too good. They are very good in meticulous things.
Correct.
We have to follow that part.
Correct.
So how you are developing yourself as a confidence. Correct. Is more important.
Correct.
बहुत सारी जगह पे इंडिया में ये देखा गया कि corporate will believe that how fluent you are.
Yeah.
If you don't have a subject matter expertise.
True.
में ढेर गिर जाता है.
वो तो basic requirement है ही.
So that is also one of the thing, and after interacting with Japanese, I realized they are best.
Yeah.
Whatever they do, and I still remember the speech of Bajpayee ji in UN.
Oh.
Which was cherished by everybody.
Yeah.
Though it was there in English.
Yes.
Hindi.
Hindi.
So it makes how you are able to present yourself in which language अगर सामने वाले बंदे में डर होगा, जानना होगा कि somebody is like फोंगशुक वांगड़ू, तो उसको पकड़ के बोले तेरी लैंग्वेज में बात करूंगा.
Agree, sir. Right example has been quoted.
जी, हमारे साथ अभी अमीश सर भी जुड़े हुए हैं,
हाँ.
and I would like to hear from him also, because the students of engineering are also attending, in good numbers this time. I've seen them. Sir, Amish sir.
Yeah, thank you. And thank you, Srinivas sir. It was a very nice interaction, though I attended late
अच्छा सर, नो
because
प्रॉब्लम.
because of other meeting. थोड़ा बहुत लेट आया. मैं हिंदी में बात करूंगा बच्चों के फेवर के लिए. तो एक चीज है कि आज की डेट में नहीं, मैंने पहले से देखा है, काफी पिछले 10 साल से देखता आ रहा हूँ कि कंपनीज क्या चाहती है. आपके लिए 40% 50% फंडामेंटल में आप क्लियर है, ठीक है, हो गया आपका काम. बाकी की जो 50 to 60% है वो सॉफ्ट स्किल देखते हैं. और उसका रीजन बहुत क्लियर है कि आप जहां भी जाओगे, आप पढ़े सारे सब्जेक्ट, लेकिन आप जाओगे कोई सेक्टर स्पेसिफिक इंडस्ट्री में, आप सारे सब्जेक्ट अप्लाई करने वाले जगह पे तो जॉब नहीं करने वाले हो.
यस.
तो क्या होगा कि जहां पे आप जाओगे वहां पे आपको 1 वीक से लेके 6 महीने तक की ट्रेनिंग मिलनी ही मिलनी है. और वो देगी, चाहे छोटी कंपनी हो या बड़ी कंपनी हो, वो सीधा चार्ज देने का रिस्क आपके ऊपर नहीं लेगी. तो वहां पे कंपनी क्या देखती है कि वो तो आपको ट्रेन कर देगी, लेकिन आप अगर दूसरी किसी जगह पे जाते हो तो कंपनी चाहेगी कि यू आर द रिप्रेजेंटेटिव ऑफ दैट कंपनी, सो नेम शुड नॉट बी स्पॉइल. तो वहां पे सॉफ्ट स्किल वो डेफिनेटली देखेगी.
बिल्कुल सर.
सॉफ्ट स्किल का मीनिंग ये नहीं है कि आपको कम्युनिकेशन में इंग्लिश पावरफुल होना चाहिए, नहीं, वो नहीं चाहिए. आप जो बोलते हो वो टू द पॉइंट, इफेक्टिव, इंप्रेसिव है या नहीं, वो देखेगी कंपनी. आपकी ड्रेसिंग स्किल क्या है वो देखेगी कंपनी. आपका बिहेवियर क्या है. आप इंटरव्यू, आपने बहुत सही बोला, इंटरव्यू में जाते हैं, वहां जाके बैठ के आपने टेबल पर अपनी फाइल रख ली. अरे ये टेबल आपके लिए नहीं है, वो आपका टेबल नहीं है, वो सामने वाले का है. यू शुड आस्क. वो चेयर भी आपकी नहीं है, अभी तक आपने वो एलिजिबिलिटी नहीं है कि वो चेयर ले लिया आपने. यू शुड आस्क बिफोर सिटिंग देयर. तो वो सारी चीजें बहुत छोटी छोटी है, लेकिन जो एचआर का पर्सन है ना, वो छोटी छोटी चीजें ही नोटिस करेगा. टेक्निकल पर्सन तो सीधा पूछ लेगा कि भी आपको, मैं केमिकल का तो बोल देगा डिस्टिलेशन क्या है, उसका फंडामेंटल क्या है, बॉइलिंग पॉइंट क्या है, अगर मैंने एमोनिया को खुले में छोड़ दिया तो इवोपरेट हो जाएगा, क्यों इवोपरेट हो जाएगा. बस छोटी छोटी चीजें, वो सारी चीजें बोल दी, आपका काम हो जाता है. लेकिन सॉफ्ट स्किल इज वेरी मच एसेंशियल इन टूडेज वर्ल्ड.
करेक्ट.
पहले चलता था, पहले आपका टेक्निकल है, लोग नहीं देखते, लेकिन अब जब ओपन मार्केट वर्ल्ड वाइड हो गया है तो वहां पे सॉफ्ट स्किल भी आपके लिए जरूरी है. हाउ यू रिप्रेजेंट योरसेल्फ इन प्रेशर अगेंस्ट दैट कंपनी पर्सन, अगेंस्ट दोस एचआर, कैसे आप वहां पे रिप्रेजेंट करते हो अपने आप को, वो चाहिए. एक बंदे ने यहाँ क्वेश्चन में लिखा है कि आर वी गोइंग टू सेल अवरसेल्फ. नो, यू आर नॉट सेलिंग योरसेल्फ, यू आर गिविंग वैल्यू ऑफ योरसेल्फ.
करेक्ट.
कि मैं ये वैल्यू के लिए एलिजिबल हूँ. करेक्ट. यू आर नॉट सेलिंग. करेक्ट. तो वो आपको ध्यान में रख के वहां पे काम करना पड़ेगा. Correct. और इंग्लिश से क्यों डरना, मुझे तो पता नहीं चलता है. आप एक चीज समझिए सर, एक बंदा अपनी लाइफ में इंग्लिश के कितने वर्ड बोलता है पूरी लाइफ.
Absolutely right, sir. Absolutely right.
Not more than 300 to 400.
Absolutely right. वही मैं कहना चाह रहा था. Absolutely right, sir.
That is one of the language. That is not the only communication way.
सर प्रॉब्लम क्या है हमारे यहाँ, मैंने गुजरात में देखा है, स्कूल में भी इंग्लिश को एक जनरल लर्निंग के लिए नहीं, एक सब्जेक्ट की तरह लिया जाता है और इंग्लिश गुजराती में सिखाई जाती है. प्रॉब्लम वहां पे आ जाता है.
बिल्कुल सही पकड़ा सर आपने, बिल्कुल.
जो प्रदीप सर के वहां भी उन्होंने वो अपना एक्सपीरियंस बोल दिया, लेकिन वही चीज होती है. अब देखिए फनी लैंग्वेज क्यों है, सी के पीछे ओ लगा दिया तो उसको क बोलो, सी के पीछे ई लगा दिया तो उसको स बोलो. अब बंदा कंफ्यूजन में हो जाएगा कि मैं क बोलूं या स बोलूं इसको.
करेक्ट.
अब टीआई-ऑन लगा है, कहीं पे टी-ऑन बोलो या टी-ऑन को सन बोलो. अब कहाँ पे क्या बोलना है, आई बोलना है, ऑट बोलना है, कहाँ ऑट लेना है, बंदा कंफ्यूज है. अब इंग्लिश में देखो अंकल है तो सारे मामा काका चाचा जो भी बोलो सब अंकल.
करेक्ट.
मतलब वी आर हैविंग वेरी रिच लैंग्वेज, लेकिन ये नेसेसिटी है क्योंकि हम एमएनसी में जा रहे हैं तो वहां पे ये हमारे लिए कंपल्सन है, जरूरियत है. करेक्ट. वो जरूरत है इसलिए इंग्लिश चाहिए.
करेक्ट.
अदरवाइज मैं हमेशा अपनी मातृभाषा जिनको बोलता हूँ
जी
कि गुजराती सारी છે પણ ગુજરાતી મારી છે પણ इंग्लिश सारी છે.
સારી છે,
That means
બરોબર.
गुजराती
आप-
मेरी है
તમે
लेकिन
એકદમ
इंग्लिश
સારું
अच्छी
કીધું.
है वो चाहिए. Thank
You
you,
hit
sir.
the bullseye, sir.
So this-
Actually, मैं भी वही बोल रहा था सर, ये 300-400 वर्ड ही है, कॉर्पोरेट वर्ड जो होता है, and that's how people impress. Massive, robust, extraordinary, exuberant. ये ऐसे ही impress होते हैं. इतना अपने को proficiency नहीं चाहिए उसमें. You hit the bullseye.
Basic.
वो डरने का
सर एक
जरूरत नहीं
सिंपल
है.
है सिंपल
Yeah.
सर एक सिंपल बताओ आपको एग्जांपल. ट्विंकल ट्विंकल लिटिल स्टार हम इजी बोल देते हैं.
Correct.
अब वही ट्विंकल ट्विंकल लिटिल स्टार टॉपेल लैंग्वेज में बोलेंगे तो किसी को पता ही नहीं चलेगा. उसके सारे मीनिंग अलग हो जाएंगे. आप सिनोनिम ढूंढते रहेंगे गूगल की इसका सिनोनिम क्या है. So how can we make our language complicated?
Correct.
That will create or that will decide our power or our impression. That is
Bullseye,
the
sir.
wrong myth.
Absolutely.
आप
bullseye.
जो बोल रहे हो वो करेक्ट बोलो, टू
Exactly.
द पॉइंट बोलो और
Exactly.
सही बोलो, विद कॉन्फिडेंस बोलो. बस
Exactly.
वही चीज है. थैंक यू
Superb, sir. I think you have summed up the entire.
सॉरी मैंने थोड़ा ज्यादा टाइम ले लिया.
नहीं सर,
नहीं, सही बोला.
entire discussion wonderfully sir, you have summed up the entire discussion. I think यही जरूरत है सर. Super.
सर बहुत अच्छा लग रहा था. अभिनंदन सर का भी यही कहना था, भारती मैडम का भी वही एप्रीहेंशन था कि बच्चों के लिए इंग्लिश का, और अमित सर ने बहुत भय निकाल दिया. श्रीनिवास सर ने भी बहुत अच्छी तरह से बताया कि कहाँ कब इंग्लिश की ज़रूरत पड़ती है. एंड लेटर ऑन स्टेज एज फ्रेशर उन्होंने क्लियर कट दे दिया है. सो स्टूडेंट्स के लिए एक बहुत स्ट्रांग मैसेज है कि डोंट बी एप्रीहेंसिव, आपको डरने की ज़रूरत नहीं है. और ये जो शेक्सपियर ने कहा है कि मेंड योर स्पीच अ बिट लेस्ट लेट इट मे मार्स योर फॉर्च्यून्स. तो थोड़ा सा स्पीच की बात चल रही है यहाँ पे. लैंग्वेज तो जुदा जुदा है, और टेक्निकल के लिए भी जैसे अभिनंदन सर ने बोला कि आप जापानीज के पीछे पूरा वर्ल्ड है. तो सच्ची बात है, आप कैसे बात कर रहे हैं. आई थिंक नॉन वर्बल्स पे मोर इम्पोर्टेंस एंड प्ले मोर सिग्निफिकेंट रोल इन इंटरव्यू स्किल्स. सो हमारे स्टूडेंट्स के लिए बहुत अच्छा एक डिस्कशन भी हुआ. जो सर ने, अमित सर ने एक आंसर क्वेश्चन जो रेस किया गया था वो भी बहुत अच्छा था कि आर यू सेलिंग योर सेल्फ. नो, इट इज नॉट सेलिंग योर सेल्फ. यू आर शोइंग योर वैल्यूएबल थिंग्स you possess, your skill sets, your knowledge. This is what you are actually presenting before the company. सो सर मेरे लिए एक छोटा सा क्वेश्चन आप थोड़ा बता दीजिए कि वाई कैडिला आपने बोला था. ये क्वेश्चन पूछते तो इट्स वेरी डाइसी क्वेश्चन कि क्यों आप कैडिला में ही ज्वाइन करना चाहते हैं. तो वो उस समय स्टूडेंट उसको कैसे हैंडल करे.
See, what interviewer expects that they have done some research. See, they know something about the organization. So basic information like Cadila is the pharmaceutical company. They started in 1950s. They are pioneers in the pharmaceutical organization. They're well-known company in the Gujarat region. They have presence in the various countries. So basic research. Why, if we compare with other small companies, there maybe the career growth will be less when compared to Cadila, because there are a lot of opportunities will be there in the Cadila. That's why he choose Cadila. So that kind of research they need to do. That is the reason normally every organization, not only Cadila, I'm quoting my company, but every company, employer or hiring manager will have the same kind of question. What do you know about our company? See, without knowing the company basic details, if you're appearing for the interview, then what value addition you'll give?
एब्सोल्युटली राइट सर. ये इंटेंशन जो है कि है इसके पीछे है कि आप उस कंपनी के बारे में कितनी जानकारी, न कि फ्लैटरी करने के लिए कि बहुत अच्छी कंपनी है और बहुत अच्छा या टर्नओवर है उनका, ब्लू चिप कंपनी है, सैलरी अच्छी देती है, वर्क कल्चर अच्छा है, उसके बियॉन्ड की ये बात है. बहुत अच्छा आपने ये आंसर आज दिया कि कंपनी का इंटेंशन क्या है.
इंटरव्यू के लिए तैयारी करके आए हो, आप इंटरव्यू की तैयारी करके या सिर्फ घूमने आए हो.
बस readiness, that shows your readiness and willingness towards working in this organization.
Correct.
जी, ये क्वेश्चन एक और आ रहा है, बार बार रिपीट क्वेश्चन हुआ है कि जो आईएएस के इंटरव्यू में, जो कि यहाँ से जुदा है, अभी हम अपने स्टूडेंट्स के लिए जो है तैयारी करवा रहे हैं बीएससी और इनके लिए, तो वो प्लेटफॉर्म अलग है. तो उसमें क्वेश्चन बार बार पूछा जा रहा है कि भाई आईएएस में जो है खासकर स्पेसिफिकली कि झूठ की तैयारी करवाई जाती है. मुझे लगता है नहीं, ये हमारा अप्रोच थोड़ा सा डिफरेंट है. ये झूठ के लिए नहीं तैयारी की जाती है, जो है सच है. आई थिंक सभी के अंदर में वो वाइब्रेशन चेक कर लिया जाता है कि ये फ्लैटरी कर रहा है, कि झूठ बोल रहा है, कि ना हम उसको और कॉन्फिडेंस दिला के उसको इंटरव्यू की तैयारी करवा रहे हैं. आई थिंक मेरा ये
आई वुड लाइक टू ऐड इन दैट क्वेश्चन. आईएएस में 2-3 चीजें देखी जाती है. उसमें एक है आपका प्रेजेंस ऑफ माइंड.
बिल्कुल.
आप कितना, और दूसरी चीज कि आपका एंगल, किसी भी चीज को आप किस एंगल से देखते हैं। जनरली क्या, तो प्रॉब्लम है आप कॉमन मैन की तरह ही वो प्रॉब्लम देखेंगे या एक अलग तरीके से देखते हैं।
एब्सोल्युटली राइट सर।
वो एक बहुत जरूरी है। क्वेश्चन सिंपल है। और तीसरी चीज कि आपका थिंकिंग प्रोसेस, आपका थॉट प्रोसेस क्या है। हर एक इंटरव्यू में देखा जाता है, आईएएस आईपीएस में ज्यादा देखा जाता है, आपकी थॉट प्रोसेस बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है। इफ यू कैन नॉट थिंक डिफरेंट देन अदर्स, देन व्हाई यू शुड बी आईएएस।
सच्ची बात है सर, बहुत रिस्पॉन्सिबल पोजीशन है वो आईएएस की। तो उसमें जो है वो झूठ का तो कोई रोल ही नहीं है। हालांकि भले उनको मॉक इंटरव्यू के लिए प्रैक्टिस करवाई जाती है, लेकिन उसमें उनका जो आपने बोला थॉट प्रोसेस देखा जाता है, हाउ डिफरेंटली यू थिंक, बिकॉज यू आर गोइंग टू बी असाइन्ड विद अ वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट रोल टू रन द कंट्री।
नम्रता जी, मेरे को याद आता है अश्वत्थामा हतो नरो कुंजरो वा वाली सिचुएशन है, which is not a lie. So now it is up to you how you know take that in your way. See, ऐसा है तो वो झूठ नहीं है, अश्वत्थामा हतो और नरो कुंजरो वा, that you have to decide.
सच्ची बात है सर।
अच्छा, एक काम और भी कर सकते हैं, since this topic has come, so if you wish we can arrange a IS also.
Yes.
अगर कभी टाइम आप बोलेंगे तो हम।
हाँ सर, हमारे कुछ एक आध बच्चों ने अपनी जाहिर कही थी इच्छा कि हम यूपीएससी के एग्जाम भी देंगे, और वही एक स्टूडेंट हमारी आज जो है समराइज करने के लिए आ रही है। श्रीनिवास सर, बहुत बहुत थैंक यू आपका, आपने बहुत डिकोड किया। सच में आज डिकोडिंग हो गई कि ये इंटरव्यू की मिस्ट्री जो है कैसे क्रैक की जाए, और बच्चे बहुत रिलैक्स फील करेंगे। सो थैंक यू सो मच सर, एंड आई थैंक व्यास सर, अभिनंदन सर एंड भारती दवे सर, भारती दवे मैडम ऑल्सो, कि उन्होंने बहुत अच्छा इनपुट्स, क्वेश्चंस भी पूछे और आंसर्स भी दिए, तो बच्चों को बहुत क्लैरिटी आई होगी। सो नाउ आई क्विकली इनवाइट वन ऑफ आवर स्टूडेंट्स, दर्शना मुशिनी, एंड आई थिंक शी इज एस्पिरेंट फॉर IAS एग्जाम। सो दर्शना, if you are there.
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, am I audible?
Yeah, please.
Good afternoon, one and all. I'm Darshana Mushini and I'm from Bioscience second year. I would like to thank our university for giving me this opportunity to express my gratitude today. And here I take the privilege of expressing sincere thanks to Mr. Srinivas Mekala on behalf of Indrashil University. I'm really glad to say that today's turning point session was indeed worthy to one and all present here, as today's topic, decoding the secrets of an interview, will be helping all the students in one or other way. So the topic that you discussed today were instructive, and tips you gave us to crack job interviews will really help us in future. I would also like to thank all the panelists who are present here. And with this, I would like to say it was a pleasure to have you, sir, for today's session. Once again, thank you for being here with us today, and thank you for sharing your notable perspective. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much. It's an honor and privilege to have this discussion with all panel members and the students also.
श्रीनिवास जी, I will just take 30 seconds. Thank you so much. आप लोगों ने शायद गौर किया होगा कि इस इंटरव्यू के बीच में भी 2 लोग उनको बुलाने आए थे. So he is such a damn busy person in the organization. He is the most sought after because कोई भी नहीं चाहता वैकेंसी रहे. So everyone is after the life of Mr. Srinivas. So his life is also at risk every time, whenever you see. So thank you so much. You was able to take this much of time for all of us. So I hope all the students will be definitely benefited from this, and they will take this opportunity to crack the interviews as soon as possible.
Yeah, if I tell something of Darshana, initially when she had come just to see this campus, she and her father were hell-bent on doing BSc Agriculture. And just seeing to us, this BSc at Indrashil University was her second choice. And just seeing to her campus and all, she decided she wants to come over here. Am I right, Darshana?
Yes, ma'am, definitely.
Yeah, they sat for me for about half an hour, both mother and daughter.
Achha, one more promise I make. The entire the presentation I will take from Srinivas sir, convert into a PDF. I'll share with all of you so that you can later part use as a ready reference for all of the students. Again, this is a gift from my side to all of you.
So nice of you, sir. Thank you so much, sir. Abhinandan sir, would you like to say something? I felt that.
First of all, I would like to thank you, Srinivas ji. And once our campus is up and running, I would like him and Pradeep to visit there and address students at our webinar hall.
Sure, sir. But already got last week only I spoke to Professor Jadhav. Yeah. So I'm planning. Maybe next
Yeah,
week or maybe this month only I'm planning.
That's better, so that kids can interact live. That will be much.
Yeah, correct.
Thank you, Sumit sir. Now, finally, it's over to you to wrap up the entire thing. Thank you, Srinivas sir, once again.
Thank you.
Pleasure.
Thank you, everyone.
Look forward to see you.
Sure.